Hello everybody, welcome to my house. Today we're going to be doing an at-home workout where I'm going to be answering some questions about how my production skills have developed throughout the project. And for every question I answer, which is 3 in total, I'm going to be doing a different set of exercises. And since I'm already warmed up right now, let's begin. For the first workout, I'm going to be doing push-ups. And for the first limitations we saw during the beginning of our production process was scheduling. At the start of the project, our biggest limitation was the lack of proper planning. Because of that, as we continued working on the project, we had to organize our filming schedule carefully and think ahead about what shots we needed before we actually filmed them. Instead of using complicated editing techniques, we decided to use skills we already knew, like using the correct sound conventions during editing, which, when used correctly in a specific scene, would help us explore the emotional depths of that scene, as well as using match cuts to draw the connection between two characters, especially during the victim file scene and the computer office scene, drawing a connection between my character and Johnny's character. Now, I'm going to be honest, the limitations put on us at the start were very difficult, but once we passed that hump, our production quality got better because our skills were used more during those limitations. On the second workout, we're going to be doing squats, where I talk about expectations versus reality. Now, one of the main problems we faced during our recording sessions was background noise as well as people walking by while we're recording. This is exemplified during the hallway scene, where we went on a weekday to go and shoot in that scene, seeing that there was little to no foot traffic. But once we went on a weekend, we realized our miscalculation and had to go and stop the shooting many times due to people talking too loud or passing by our recordings, costing us about 50% of the time there. But on focusing on scheduling, we neglected many aspects of the editing process. We used CapCut to edit the film, but we realized that some transitions and editing effects required paying for the premium version. Because of that, we couldn't always create the exact effects we originally imagined. To solve this problem, we realized it was much easier to film in private locations like offices owned by our parents or inside houses. These places gave us more control over the environment and allowed us to film faster without interruptions. In the end, the hallway scene was the only scene that really required a public location, so we focused the rest of our filming in a private place to make production more efficient. For my last workout, I'm going to be doing some jumping jacks and talking about how the feedback from my class and teacher helped exponentially grow the product value of my movie. So let's begin. The first type of jumping jacks, normal. Now, one of the first major problems we saw during our feedback was the fact that at the beginning of the hallway scene, our footsteps were way too loud, due to the fact that during editing, we made them artificial. Now we're going to do front and back jumping jacks. Let's begin. Our second most major problem that we saw during our feedback was the fact that we didn't have enough close-ups during major emotional scenes. For example, the office scene where our two main characters were arguing didn't have enough close-ups to convey their emotions. With this last major problem, we're going to bring it back to normal jumping jacks. This is one of the most major problems we've ever faced. It was pointed out to us that we had about 20 consecutive seconds of no shot or angle changes. This was a major downturn because it made us realize how boring and uninteresting that shot was. We definitely had to fix that. Luckily, we still had time to fix these problems. We went back to the hallway location and recorded different types of shots, like POV shots and leg tracking shots, to make the walking scene more visually interesting. Then, when filming the office scene again, we made sure to keep the camera closer to the characters' faces when they were speaking so the audience could better understand their emotions. Because of the feedback we received, we were able to improve the pacing, emotion, and overall quality of our movie. Overall, my production abilities have developed a lot through this whole project. I've learned the importance of planning ahead, adapting to unexpected challenges, as well as using feedback to improve my project. Even though we faced many limitations like editing restrictions, noisy filming locations, and technical challenges, those experiences have made it easier for us to solve problems. And all in all, guys, thank you for watching my at-home gym and all the steps that it took me to complete those challenges. It was very difficult, so thank you for watching.